Welcome to Aiedee's Public Awareness Ministries, and this is me, your brother Aiedee, the preacher with testimony.
My God is awesome. Today I am forgiven. His grace is why I'm living. Praise His holy name.
I am a preacher with testimony, and I preach practical gospel for self-awareness, emotional healings, and for spiritual growth. Whatever is in the Bible is a history of what has happened before with the people of the old, how God worked with them and how they worked with God. All these are what you have in the Bible. So I discovered today, like what Solomon said, by living experience. He said he has come under the sun to find out that to make wealth does not belong to a powerful or a wise or a smart person, but it all depends on time and chances. So what I'm going to share with you today is also a living experience. It's about anger. Let's read the James for you to know what causes anger before I tell you, in my own opinion, one of the things that causes anger among us. And I will also go and read from Ecclesiastes for you to know that people come out to talk or write from experience, not most times not from scientific research, but experience from living. That is why some people say, or most people say, that experience is the best teacher. Whether success or failure, whatever you have experienced, you are the best teacher in that area of success or failure. So before I read the experience aspect and before I talk about my own opinion on anger, let's go to the book of James to read what causes anger among us. All those things that causes your anger and quarrel, don't you think they come from the desire within you? Yes, they do. Yes, anything that causes my anger, it is from the desire within me. Within me, not you now, not any other person, but within me. James chapter 4 from verse 1. What causes fight and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? You desire but do not have, so you kill. You convert but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. And when you ask, you do not receive. Why? Because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. I want to talk on the verse 1. That is the reason for this video. What causes anger within us? What causes fight and quarrel among you? Don't they come from your desire that battle within you? Have you ever taken your time to think about this? What actually causes your anger? And what causes anger among us? I have discovered one reason today. There are many reasons. There are many things. There are many battles within us that cause our anger against others. But I have discovered one that I want to share with us today. Remember, I said I was going to read the book of Ecclesiastes to you. Before I talk about the one thing I have discovered that causes quarrel among us, let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 11. I returned and I saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to the men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. This man must have seen a lot of things happening in the world, how people become successful in various manners. You will see people that are educated, they are smart, yet they are poor. Then you see people that have understanding, they are so skillful, they are brilliant, they are handsome, they are beautiful. You still see them poor and backward. You see those who have actually worked hard, yet they could not achieve anything. Not their desire is not what they wish for. They are even prayerful, they go to church, yet they don't have anything to show up for it. You will see them and you think that they are not responsible, or they are not serious, or they are lazy. No. Solomon came to discover that that is the way life is. Life is not by your smartness, how strong you are, how hard you work, But it's not saying that we should not work hard. It's not saying that we should not be smart. But it does not depend absolutely on that. That is a discovery. That is what he has come to discover. He said is a matter of time and chance happening to them all. Time and chance happening to them all. In my own mathematical grammar, I will tell you that preparation plus opportunity is equal to success. You might get yourself prepared. You might be strong. You might be hardworking. You might be handsome. You might be educated. But without opportunity, there is nothing you can do. You cannot go anywhere. No matter how smart the monkey is, if trees are not closer to each other, the monkey cannot jump from one tree to another. So you need, as a fish, you need a river to demonstrate your quality and ability. You cannot ask a fish to climb the tree, and you cannot ask the cat to swim in the river as the fish would do. So that is it. It's a matter of chance and time that happening to it all. That is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11. How Solomon came to discover the way life goes. He discovered it and put it in writing for every one of us to read today. But what is my own discovering today about what causes anger among us? I found out that no one feels good by being controlled. If Almighty God had not controlled us on what to choose, on what to do, then who are you to control a man? You can only correct a man. You can only give a man an idea, but not try to control a man. Controlling anyone will give you headache. Controlling any man will bring conflicts, whether in the church, whether at home, whether in marriage, whether even your children, even anywhere. Even if you are a teacher, you don't control. Even if you are a general in the army, you don't control, you give order. You give order to be obeyed. It is not control, okay? So the things you can control in life are mostly things that don't breathe. When you try to control a human being, a complete human being, you will have problem with such a person, whether your husband, whether your wife, whether your student, whether your father, your mother, your child. There is nobody, one person that feels good when you control them. Taking order and instruction and direction and correction is different from being controlled. So when you start to control in a house, let's come to why it becomes and how it becomes a control. Why I should get married is good. To have children, to have to make a family and not to be lonely, and to have a helper, and it is ordained by God. These are why. But telling me who to marry is a control. Why I should marry is not a control. It is a direction. It is an instruction. It is a correction telling me why I should marry. It is good to know why. You know, when you control, it's like this. When I know the roads to school, and you are not coming to tell me, not as an advice, you are not coming to tell me to agree with you the road I must take to that school. That is a control. That is a control. It's like I tell you 7 plus 3 is 10. Then 5 plus 5 is 10. Then 9 plus 1 is 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. Then the answer we are looking for is 10. And if I want you to get that answer 10 by adding 2 to 8, and that must be the way you should get that 10, I'm controlling you. That is control, because you are trying to teach me how to do what everyone knows how to do in various ways to get the same answer. You are not telling me to do it like that. That is control. Okay, the road to success is hard working. So hard working in which area? There are many areas of hard working. But if as a father you now insist I must read law to become successful, you are controlling me. Yes, there are many routes to success. It must not be by reading law. It must not be by reading medicine. So there are many roads. I could sing and become successful. If you insist as a father or as a friend or as a pastor that no, it is the law, I must study to become rich, you are right, but that is control. No one feels good with that. Nobody. So this is one of the things that causes quarrels among friends, among brethren in the church, among we as human beings living together, among students, among teachers, and between husband and wife, between father and son, between daughter and mother, trying to control. Because when you control someone in the manner I explained what control is, that means you are calling the person an idiot, or you are more than the person. No one feels good to know, or for you to tell him that you are more than him or her. And moreover, nobody is better than anybody, but everyone is different from everyone, and these differences is our support. So try not to control anyone. And moreover, human beings are not meant to be controlled, but to be instructed, corrected, and directed. Even God does not control us. He guides us, protect us, correct us, and direct us. He would have made all of us to choose heaven and become good by fire, by force. But he does not control us. He has given us that free will to make choices, to make decisions, and to live the way we want. But he will make sure you know the consequence of what you are doing. We are given the free will to do whatever we want, but we cannot escape the consequence.
My God is awesome. Today I am forgiven. His grace is who I am living. Praise His holy name.
Are you getting it now? The free will to live however you like, but you cannot escape the result of how you live. I think that is why God Himself does not control us, because we are going to reap what we sow. Don't control anyone, but instruct them, direct them, advise, and try to lead them right. There are many ways to solve the same problem. The way you see it might not be the way I see it. Let me give you an example. You can see this water now. Somebody will tell you that it is half empty. Another one will tell you that it is half full. You know, it is half empty, or it is half full, or it is 1/4 empty or 1/4 full. But we are talking about the full and the empty there now. Somebody is seeing the emptiness of the bottle, while another person is seeing the fullness of the bottle. So it is the same bottle, the same situation, different reaction. That is the story of life. So when you try to force your reaction, when you try to force your point of view on me, that is control, and no one feels good with that. That is what I mean, and that is what I mean by control, and that is what I have discovered. The only place you could be controlled is in the prison, where you are forced to do what they say, and not what you think or how you think is be done, but how they think or know that is be done. That is total control. Thank you very much for listening to this short one, and I hope you are blessed by it. And don't forget, I am your brother Aiedee, the preacher with testimony. I believe in community development through general knowledge, public issues, and evangelism. As a preacher with testimony, I preach practical gospel for self-awareness, emotional healings, and for spiritual growth. Bye bye, and God bless you. Amen.